Hey builders, it's Corey. I'm going to do a quick update on the 67 Shelby GT-350. I'm building for Blue Ox Model Shop Street Machine Group build. We'll start off with a mail call. We got some new wheels and brakes from Spotlight Hobbies. Their shipping was super fast. I'm real happy with their service. We'll go over the car real quick here, and then we'll see how they look on the car. Get you guys zoomed in here. Well, all the chassis sub-assemblies went together well. I had a little bit of gapping on the muffler, which was no issue. Just threw a little putty in there, took care of that. Fitment's good. A few seam lines, but those are easily taken care of with some sanding. I like it so far. The interior pieces were pretty clean as well. Minimal cleanup, a little bit of flash, no big deal. Light sanding, got those looking good. The front seats were a different story. They had some pretty good gapping right here on both of them, and then some also on the sides here. But I was able to take care of that with some Mr. Putty. Not a sponsor. Now to the body. And here, where I spent most of my time, on the body. This thing had some pretty nasty gaps. Along here, I had to add some styrene. There's a pretty good ledge here. Gap here. There's a really big shelf right here, if you can't tell by how much I had to float. Same on this side, had to float out quite a bit because there's a big ledge. Small gapping here, pretty good sized gap here. Now on the rear end, same thing. Really large gap here. Same thing on the rear end. There's a real large gap along here. I ended up having to put a piece of styrene along the side to be able to fill that gap and then add this corner because that corner was just square and it looked really bad. Same thing in this thing. I went and added a piece of styrene here to add that nice round. Filled these gaps in here, smoothed them out. And then another big large gap here that I was able to fill and smooth out. Smelted detail I did was open up these vents here. Trying to make it look more realistic. So I did this one. As far as colors go, my wife picked this House of Color Green Metallic Flake. Put it here on the screen. As many of you know, I'm a rattle can guy, and the only color I found even close to that was in Duplicolor at AutoZone. And I've never worked with that paint before, so this is going to be a test. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but we'll see how it goes. I know I should be using an airbrush, but I'm not in a position to get an airbrush right now. So any help you guys can offer on that, as far as or another manufacturer that might have a color real close to this one, would be greatly appreciated. All right, let's see how these wheels and tires look on here. Turn off there. And those are really small. Yeah, I wish websites would have measurements on here so we know how big they are, because these are supposed to be 19s, and those do not look like 19s. Let's see. Well, they measure over 19, so I guess I'm going to have to get some bigger wheels, because those look funny on there. Kind of makes me afraid to order a new engine. I might end up having to build this one and do it that way. I don't know. I was really hoping to get a big fire-breathing coyote in there, but I'm not sure size-wise what to get, because I mean, I want to order something for 30 bucks and it'd be too small, because pets suck. I think that's all for this update. You guys have a great weekend. Dream big, build small.